Hi, I want to talk about masturbation. What do we mean by masturbation? Masturbation is the act of one stimulating one's sex organ or sexual area to get arousal, satisfaction, or gain orgasm. In a very nutshell, that is masturbation. Looking into the concept of masturbation, I am tempted to think and believe that the act of masturbation came as a result of people not getting satisfied from the normal sexual procedure. And so people started naturally looking out for alternatives. In my own thinking, I want to see it from that angle as per how it came about. Because the truth of the matter is that anybody that is getting complete and clear sexual satisfaction hardly go into masturbation. Do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Love Apostle. Turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop my video, it will just ring in your phone. I also encourage you to comment, particularly if you have questions. You can drop your questions on the comment section, or you may find a link that can lead you to a WhatsApp where you can personally discuss with me if you wish. Follow me on social media. Above all, I beg you to share this video so that it could reach many of your friends who are suffering this problem. It is caging and has caged a lot of people, both the Christians and non-Christians. We must discuss this topic. I am very worried because it has crept into the church and is affecting our faith, our Christian faith in different dimensions. Apart from Christianity, it deals with an individual that gets involved in it. And one thing we must know about masturbation again is that it doesn't just happen. Masturbation is a mastermind that controls the mind of whoever it has captured and ensures that it has 90% or 100% dominance over the person once it comes. It is a particular thing that has to do with the mindset and psychology of every individual. The first thing it tries to get is to imprison your mind into believing that without it, you cannot progress. The third thing we need to know about it is this: it doesn't happen on its own. It has some ingredients that makes it foster in someone's life. Sexual pictures, pornographies, talk of romantic videos, blue film, the use of toys, particularly for women and even for men, is now the trend in the society. And I'm so much worried. Where are we going to? People do not really talk about it, but it's in almost every household. To the point that even pastors are part of this. It came with some myths or lies. They tell you that number one, it is very healthy. Why won't it be healthy? Why, when people are making ends from it? The toys we use, it is people that produce it. And they will do everything possible to ensure that people stick into doing that. If you go to the net, they will tell you the benefit of masturbation. I don't want to go into that. Of course, it could have, and I'm not disputing that. But I want to major on the effect, the negative effect of masturbation, depending on what faith you believe. If you are a Christian, let me start from that angle. It cages your spirituality and makes you feel that you are not right at all times with God. You will always notify yourself. It has a way of making you feel guilt. That is number one. Number two, it reduces your self-esteem. So it gives you low self-esteem.
Me and my family are prepared to go for service this morning. Guess what? My foundation and my lipstick. This is what got my face this look this morning. Thank you.
When you're walking on the road, sometimes you think that even the person that is looking at you knows that you masturbate. And if you are someone who stand before the crowd to talk, when you speak to an extent, your mind will remind you that, man, remember we just had something last night. And so your spiritual aura will be dampened on. Is this not even enough for us to run away from it? We should be thinking of running away from it. Even though it appears a bit difficult to live, because the first point of call is to capture your heart, capture your mind, and take control of your brain. And that is why anytime it comes, satisfying it is the only answer that you listen to. So that makes it more dangerous. It affects our intellectual ability. Why? Because it captures the mind. Anytime you are in school, if you see a student, having counseled many people in this line, I realized that some children who did well in JS1, JS2, as soon as they are introduced into this, their grade begin to drop. Do you know why? Masturbation thrives in a lonely environment, and nobody reads in a noisy environment. So anytime the child wants to read, masturbation will first of all come, capture the child, drive him or her away from reading. He or she will go and settle himself first before coming back to read. And by then, he would have been weak and tired. And the next thing is, the reading has ended for the day, and the grade of the child start dropping. Excessive use of objects like toys. There are electronic toys today that you just plug and it will be vibrators and all manner of things. Excessive use of these, some of these can create sore in your private parts, either as a man or as a woman, particularly our women. I feel very sorry because of the number of things, items that we push inside of us in the name of trying to get sexual orgasm and satisfaction. Eventually, people are preaching it today that you can get satisfaction. I forgot to tell us one thing that is part of the myths, the lies that comes with it, particularly to Christians, and every Christian should listen to me. They have told you that it is not a sin because you are not doing it with anybody. They said it is just you, yourself alone. God gave you that body, so you have authority over the body, whatever thing you do with it. And that made masturbation more dangerous and more treacherous. That you are meant to believe that it is not a sin, and you know within you that it is crippling you down. The only problem is that once it catches someone, because it captures the brain first, you will not let that person go. So Christians are involved in it. That instead of going to have sex with fellow women or men and considering it a sin, you do it yourself alone. Another trick they use to lure many women into it is that it will not lead to pregnancy. They say instead of taking contraceptives or whatever, that as you do it, nothing concerns you with pregnancy. So you don't need to be afraid of getting pregnant. I am standing to tell you that with all the things you have been told, it is bad and it is dangerous. When you masturbate frequently, your organ will get used to either your hand or the object that you use to masturbate with. And so when you lie with your partner will no longer move you. There is nothing, your partner's organ will no longer be sensitive to you. And that is a very dangerous sign. When it gets to this point, you begin to create serious fraction and problem in the family. Sometimes you may not even know that it is as a result of the masturbation that you are no longer enjoying your husband or your wife. And this is very deadly. Before you know it, the next person will begin to feel rejected and trouble will burst in the family. Is it still worth continuing with? Do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Love Apostle. Turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop my video, it will just ring in your phone. I also encourage you to comment, particularly if you have questions. You can drop your questions on the comment section, or you may find a link where that can lead you to a WhatsApp where you can personally discuss with me if you wish. Follow me on social media. Above all, I beg you to share this video so that it could reach many of your friends who are suffering this problem. Thank you as you keep listening.